With a police report released for a WWE star's arrest and more, this is Wrestling Hub. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. On the In the Click podcast, Chris Jericho noted when his feud with Action Andretti will come to an end, as he said, "A week before Dallas, I said, okay, we'll see you this week." Then he came into my dressing room and I said, "I'm working with you tonight." He goes, "Oh my God, this is great." Then I say, "And you're going over." This kid, he was cool. And you could see his face is like, "Are you kidding me? Here's the story. We're gonna treat this like a squash match. I'm just gonna beat you up. It's gonna be like a squash match you've saw 1,000 times before until I hit you with a code breaker. And then you're gonna kick out, and that's where the fun is going to start." It was a great moment. It's the biggest upset in pro wrestling history. It's one of the greatest moments in Dynamite history. But how do you follow it up? I had an idea. We'll start with Starks, but Andretti will still be involved, and we'll have him involved with Sammy Guevara and Danny Garcia, and now he's a guy. He's a guy on the show. After Revolution, our story is probably going to be done for now. Action Andretti and Jericho. By the way, I never got the win back. I don't need to. I never need to beat Action Andretti ever, nor will I ever. I will never beat Action Andretti, I'm telling you that right now. Now he has to go out on his own, but we had a great 3-month story. It was a great start for this kid. Now the dust is gonna settle. It's kinda up to him. Speaking about a stable that was pitched to Cody Rhodes in AEW, Dax Harwood revealed on his FTR podcast, "We did talk to Cody a lot about forming a group with him. This was before MJF came along. We talked to Cody a lot about it. He had Arn, we had Tully. We wanted to create a super group with Cody, us two, FTR, and we had some ideas of who could be the other members. Around that time, Brock Anderson was starting to come up, and we felt that if Brock were with us, he could stand outside of the ring and watch us, and if we had 8-man tags, he would be able to learn by standing on the apron, getting in for a few minutes and tagging out. And we could talk to him after and tell him why certain things happened. I think Cody really wanted to as well, but I think he was vehemently against being a heel, at least at that time." Following his match against Finn Balor after Smackdown went off the air, Cody Rhodes would say this to fans in attendance.
Good. That's good. I entertained as well. I had a great time. Some of you might know this building is very, very special to me. I'm very glad I got the chance to come back and be with you guys tonight. Let's give a round of applause for this wonderful crew, this wonderful event style. So, I know the weather is looking great, so I love you too. Who said that? You're cool. What's your name? What's your name? Who said it? What? Veronica? I don't know. What is the name? Sounds great, awesome. Yo, guys. Thank you very much. Please drive safe. Take care of one another. One last question. If you're here tonight, are you going to be here next time? I saw all your faces. Thank you guys very much. It means the world for me to be here on the road to WrestleMania. Never been in this spot before. Loving it, enjoying it. Hope to keep it rolling. Hope to leave WrestleMania as the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. I love you all. Drive safe. Good night, folks. Thank you very much. Good night.
With Scorpio Sky not seen in AEW since the summer of last year, Fightful reported that Scorpio Sky has been healthy for several months and has been cleared. He was dealing with an injury last summer, but has long been cleared. He was at the Impact No Surrender pay-per-view, but hasn't been at many AEW Dynamites of late. There were some AEW talent surprised to not see him at the LA show in early January. Scorpio Sky also has several years left on his deal. As he said in late 2021, he signed a 5-year extension. Touching on a possible return to WWE to get involved with the Bloodline, Hall of Famer Rikishi told the Road Trip After Hours podcast, "I think they need to add Rikishi to that mix. Rikishi is the real father. They ain't gonna make up nothing. This is a shoot. Anybody that can straighten up their kid would be their dad. So right now, their kids are in turmoil. They just don't know what they want to do. It's a crisis out there. So right now, for Rikishi to step in with some law and order, I think that would be really good." Talking to Inside the Ropes, U.S. Champion Austin Theory said this about a potential match at WrestleMania against John Cena. "I'm on Raw every single Monday, and we all know the history of John Cena and the work he's put in and how many Mondays he's been there. I want to show him all the respect that I can when I see him on Monday. I'll be the one to bring that to him. It's going to be a very warm welcome. This is going to be a chance to take the United States Championship and showcase it in the match I'm in. Everybody has their thoughts. Is it going to be John Cena? Me, personally, I don't think he would face me at WrestleMania. I don't think he's going to show up. With the schedule, he's the past now. It is what it is. I don't see that happening. If it does, oh, if it does. Anybody else out there, maybe we have somebody we've never seen before in the WWE show up. Maybe they want some of Austin Theory and that Hollywood WrestleMania and try to take home the United States Championship." It seems a former WWE star has been given a deal to sign with AEW, with it reported that EJ Nduka does have a standing contract offer, but that doesn't seem to be his only option. Fightful Select reported in early January that Nduka's deal with Major League Wrestling was up as the calendar rolled over into 2023. Wrestling Observer reported several weeks ago that following Nduka's appearance with All Elite Wrestling, that a deal was offered by the promotion. We've been able to confirm that was the case, but not that the deal was accepted by Nduka. Instead, we've heard that he's been evaluating his options. Part of that evaluation has involved some contact with WWE, but we haven't heard of what the extent of that contract is or was. James Kimball, who was helpful in reaching out to some prospects, was let go from the company and caused some adjustments to that aspect of things. In addition, we're told that there has been heavy interest out of Mexico and Japan, with one Mexican company offering a contract. After losing a match to Rhea Ripley on Smackdown last night, Liv Morgan comforted a fan ringside that was crying as they had this interaction backstage. Here's the clip.
Hi. Oh, you are so cute. Are you okay? Yeah, are you happy? I couldn't leave you out there like that. I was so sad that you were so sad for me. Happy early birthday. How old are you turning?
I'm 10.
Wow. In like 8 more years, you could be my tag team partner. So I'm gonna wait for you, okay? I'll make sure I still wrestle so that in 8 years we could be new tag team champions.
With her seen in a sling on Smackdown last night, this was said about Ronda Rousey's upcoming participation at WrestleMania. PW Torch has learned that she aggravated a prior injury, and it is not expected to infringe on her availability to wrestle at WrestleMania in 4 weeks. When it comes to a match at Mania for Rousey, WrestlingNews.co reported that Ronda is pushing for the tag titles. That's the match that she wants, and whatever she wants, she gets. Revealing previous plans for a high-profile bout at WrestleMania 39, it was said in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, as noted, there was an attempt for a Lesnar versus Steve Austin match, as the two have never faced off. While there may have been mentions of Austin with Roman Reigns at one point, it was never anywhere near serious. Those close to Austin said it was Lesnar who he was approached about. Austin turned that down. As Sonya Deville was arrested last month, more details have been revealed, with the Atlantic City Police Department releasing this statement. Woman arrested for possession of a handgun for immediate release March 1st, 2023. On February 19th, 2023, patrol units were called to the Borgata Hotel, Casino, and Spa for report of a valet employee discovering a handgun in a vehicle that had been valet parked. Responding officers arrived to find the owner of the vehicle, Daria Baronato, on scene and cooperating with security. Baronato admitted to being the owner of the handgun and provided responding officers a permit to carry from out of state that is not valid in New Jersey. Baronato was taken into custody without incident and released on a summons pending a future court date. Arrested, Daria Baronato, 29, charges unlawful possession of a weapon. Baronato was issued a summons pending a future court date. The public is reminded that charges are mere allegations and the accused is considered innocent until proven guilty. Anyone with information about this incident is urged to contact the Atlantic City Police Department Criminal Investigation Section at 609-347-5766. Information can also be sent via text to tip 411-847-411. Begin the text with ACPD. All texts are anonymous. On Twitter, a fan talked about the recent AEW match where Wheeler Yuta paid homage to Steve Austin as he wrote, "Imagine you're stone cold on your ranch drinking a Budweiser, scrolling Twitter, and you see this being compared to you." Kevin Nash replied, "Don't worry, he ain't watching." The Undertaker chimed in, writing, "Huge pop." And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.